big meeting out in Dallas today. And of course, Heather Dinich, who has been following the college football landscape for some time. Last week, of course, we talked to her in Chicago, today at DFW. Heather, thank you very much for being here. So take us through the day.
Sure, Paul. Well, this morning, the 11 presidents and chancellors who have a voice in the college football playoff, who are the ones with the authority to change the format, they heard a presentation from the 10 FBS commissioners and Jack Swarbrick about the 12-team format. And the bottom line, Paul, is they liked it. Mississippi State President Mark Keenum said, "I don't think that anyone in the room had a serious problem with the concept of this 12-team proposal." So now what they do is they send the commissioners on their way to use this summer to explore more about it. But this is when the conversations take a more significant turn, in that they're going to talk to the ESPN television executives now. Now's the time for that. Now's the time to get the Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowl and the Orange Bowl involved. They had attorneys in these meetings this morning, and there are legal issues that need to be worked through, and they certainly did not have all of the answers on those this morning.
Heather, I know what we talked about last week involving these contracts, and I'll just listen to you because it is frustrating, I think, for all college football fans to think that a bowl game or two bowl games is going to hold this up for 3 or 4 years. But did you hear anything today in terms of how they're going to deal with this issue? Because everyone has the same problem.
You're right, and that's why attorneys are involved, and Mississippi State President Mark Keenum talked about the legality of this. There are contracts involved, and the Rose Bowl has its own specific contract. That's its own unique thing, and that's why when I asked SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey today if he thought this could change before the 12-year contract expired, he said, "I would temper my expectations. Never say never," he said, "but now we have an opportunity to dig deeper on this." And the growing sense that I'm getting from talking to people in that room is it might not happen before the 2025 season.
Heather, at this point, I think it was President Keenum said that there will be another conversation in September. Will that be it? And what happens between now and then?
September 28th, that's correct. They're going to meet again, and similar to what they did today, they're going to hear back from the commissioners. Between now and then, and we talked about this on Thursday and Friday from Chicago, but they're going to continue to talk to athletic directors within their leagues, more university presidents, and Mark Keenum talked about the student athletes, because my question to him was, what do university presidents want to see out of this that those of us with football tunnel vision might have? What are your concerns? And he talked about the possibility of playing 1 or 2 more games and how that impacts the academic calendar, particularly in December, which is a busy time with exams for student athletes. So they want to get back and they want to talk to the players to know how it's going to impact them academically as well as their well-being, and plus all of the other things I mentioned in terms of the bowls and the TV part of it.
Heather Dinich joining us. Heather, aside from the CFP, everyone, of course, today talking about the Alston ruling in the Supreme Court, and I know you alluded to this earlier today when we were together on Get Up about Gordon Gee and other presidents commenting. Can you give us as much as you can in terms of what you were able to cobble together there from some of the most important leaders in intercollegiate athletics about what happened yesterday and what it all could mean, not only for the future of the NCAA, but more importantly, NIL, which is facing a critical deadline?
It's fascinating, Paul, because we're here for these CFP meetings, but many of the questions are surrounding the Supreme Court opinion that came down. And, Jack Swarbrick at Notre Dame, the athletic director, he's an attorney, and I asked him, what is your lawyer's brain reaction to this? And basically, he said, we had this coming in terms of amateurism. He never saw it as a great defense. So this is going to change the way that the NCAA is certainly perceived in terms of compensation. Now, people need to realize what happened in that opinion was not pay for play. That didn't happen today. Name, image, and likeness didn't happen today specifically. But what it did is it certainly will strengthen legal arguments going forward, challenging amateurism as it relates to the NCAA.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.